Maria live here on the show floor, reporting at CES 2020 for the International Advertising Association. Really excited to have Dimitri. He's going to basically be featured on one of our last and best interviews, and I've been trying to get in for what is coming next with Teslasuit.
Well, yeah, you've made the right choice to come over to us. Teslasuit brings a new way of experiencing the virtual reality or augmented reality, because we bring the physical sensations into digital worlds. We blend in the digital simulations, and we literally take the advantages of that back into our real world. So Teslasuit today allows us to experience the simulation, the simulated synthetic world, the way we experience the real world. So we can feel, using the Teslasuit, we can start feeling the sensations, the touch, the objects. Through motion capture, we can see where the avatar is and how the person is moving. So natural body language is transmitted, and we've found that when the users are seeing each other wearing a different avatar on themselves, they still recognize each other because of the
body language.
The habits. The habits.
Interesting.
So it's very recognizable. So it's a big thing.
It's literally this came out of the labs, right? And then you guys were looking at commercializing it. It's been around for a while.
Absolutely. We kicked off the project 4 years ago, and we've been developing and R&D until literally last summer. And we released the product, pre-released the product last CES, but we started deliveries from June, July.
Dimitri, can you talk to me about the stack of sensing technology that's in there? I know you have GSR and a lot of applications specific for sports training, for hazardous environments, for enterprise class training.
So we have 5 distinctive technologies. So motion capture is to track the physical body presence and how the body is moving around the space. We have haptical feedback. This is to output everything that happens to the body in the world. For biometrical feedback, we have multiple systems that track heart rate and track our respiration variation, so we can understand the psychological response to the content or to the situations that are developing. With myography sensors, and this is important for sports, we can track exact amount of exertion that each muscle is doing individually. So we can actually tell which muscle is working well, which muscle is actually cheating. Through EMS intent, so electromuscular stimulation, transcutaneous neural stimulation that's built in the entire suit, we can pinpoint and target the muscles that need to be exercised better or add load without straining the joints, for example. And then same system can be used for relaxation post-training.
Gotcha.
So we can still massage in the muscles and control the level of gradually lowering down the load and make sure everybody's coming down properly.
So we should take a look at the interface and kind of see what's behind the scenes from all the sensor technology, and then you launch something new here as well.
So absolutely. That would be the right thing. Also with the glove that we've released, it's important to mention that we now provide an exoskeletal glove that allows us to feel the resistance when we grab the objects, and in reverse it helps us to train the dexterity, the small movements.
Gotcha.
We have SpO2 sensor to track the oxygenation of the blood pressure, blood variation, so we can tell a lot about a person's well-being through the suit and the gloves. And at the same time, we can tell a lot about the progression that happens when somebody's doing exercises, going through complex things.
And I imagine you can take it into population health metrics if you have a large test data set. So it's very cool. Well, let's go take a look at some of the other things you brought here.
Yeah, let's have a look at that. Teslasuit comes with a bunch of software that allows us to fine-tune the suit to specific body parts. So if we want to overstimulate and understimulate specific points, we can calibrate it to do so. A colleague of mine is going through the calibration process to define the lower level and the highest point where the suit would allow us to go within the training simulation afterwards. So now then is switching to the motion captures that can track our body motion just to show how it works. And after a quick calibration, which only takes seconds, calibrate that, and so after that, we will be able to read the motion of the body, motion at the outside, so you can see it happens in real time. Teslasuit, by the way, is completely untethered, works runs on the battery which lasts for 8 to 10 hours, and we use standard Wi-Fi to transmit the data. So that would become interesting to actually report the motion from the exercise and run a psychological, physiological analysis of what has been done, and then we can sort of trace the exercise itself, pinpoint the mistakes that have been made, and sort of make adjustments to the training program. Also, this can be taken further to create a virtual training avatar, recorded off, lifted off a professional, so it's a digital twin of a professional athlete, and then the novice can then follow the footsteps and try and repeat it exactly the same way. Plus, the haptics can also signal us when we go off track of the correct movement that somebody is supposed to be doing, and the haptic will signal early enough so we don't learn the wrong moves. So we're only doing the correct stuff. And this is very useful for when we need to master the technique of every type of exercises that we want to master. Now with the haptic and EMS, we can make sure that the exercise is non-linear. We all know, so I come from an athletic background, that repetitive work, if we do too much of it, makes our muscles kind of resistant to the exercise, and so the progress then slows down. Now Teslasuit can create variation in workload, so the body doesn't get used to it essentially and responds well to training to continue kind of expanding on it. Now we're moving into another piece of software that allows us to pre-record essentially stimulation programs and to target specific muscle groups that would allow us to run those simulations, essentially varying the load and assisting us. The same software can be used to pre-record relaxation programs that can be then just literally played like an app on the phone that could massage the front, the back. The suit covers 95% of the muscular mass, so this is important for athlete training.
Hey, so now we're going to wrap up and show you the power of the Tesla glove.
Hey, this is the glove. It is so new. Literally, we completed it about 2 weeks ago. Now, the unique part about the glove is the fact that it has an exoskeleton part to it that allows us to stop the fingers when we touch the surface of a virtual object that doesn't exist. That same system can assist us in training small group motion and improve dexterity. The gloves also possess the haptical feedback on fingertips of every finger, and it's we call it haptic display, which has a resolution of 3x3, so 9 points for each fingertip. That allows us to feel the texture, the fact that we're touching the surface, and if we move our hand across the surface, we would be able to feel that as well. Now the glove comes with an SpO2 sensor, which allows to track further up to 82 different parameters, so oxygenation of our blood, it's the blood pressure variation, and so on and so forth. Now the glove is completely wireless, and it can act as a standalone, separate from the suit, but it's greatly augmented when worn with the suit, because sensations never end at our palm of a hand. It always continues into our arms, and the body takes part in it as well. Now, with the glove itself, we're unlocking a completely new kind of set of possibilities where we would be able to interact with smaller objects, so small movements, and we would be able to act natively. So anything that we would want inside the digital world could be manipulated in exactly the same way as in the physical world. So that's what's important. We're going to release the glove and start deliveries in Q3, Q4 this year, so rather soon. But we're already taking pre-orders. So come to our website, teslasuit.io, and fill in the form. We'll get in contact.
So there you have it. What's coming next is right here with the whole Tesla suite of products and video across. And look forward to trying it out in the near future. So thanks for being on the show.
Yes, thank you very much for coming.